favorite thing to do in this house. Burn unsi and bakur. Oud. This is not, I'm not saying it in the right order. Oud, bakur. I don't have unsi right now. Yassa, yassa. Mashallah, mashallah. My friend actually got this unsi burner for me. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. It's the Somali style. Yes. I really shouldn't hold this close to my face because this stuff can be pretty strong. Anyway, let's just put this over here. Oh, yes. Welcome back, my beautiful people. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing great. You know, I'm just chilling, burning my unsi, burning my bakur, burning my oud. You know, just setting that environment right. Okay. Anyway, so I got a few requests to talk about relationships. So I figured I would talk about stop chasing what you don't want. So what I mean by that, at some point in our lives, we've gone through and we've thought about what we would like in a partner, in a relationship, in a marriage. And then we meet people, right? We meet that guy, or we meet that woman, and we're like, oh my gosh, you know, I feel this attraction. I like them. There's something about them. And when you sit down with them, you know, they have some likable characteristics. But when you get to those core values, when you get to those make or breaks, those deal breakers, they don't measure up to what you would like in your life. So for instance, marriage. You're, let's say, 25, 26, 27. You're 35, 36, 37, and you want to get married. You're ready to get married. They're not even thinking about marriage. They're on a whole other page. Actually, you're not even in the same book. You're thinking about marriage. Your intentions are to get married. They have a laundry list of things that they want to accomplish first before they get married. That's when you know that's an example of it's not going to work. At least it's not going to work right now. And what people do time after time after time is that they get into the relationship hoping that the person will change their mind, or thinking that, oh, if they see who I really am and they'll like who I really am, they'll change their mind. They'll step it up for me. And wrong. You can't, it's very hard to change someone, honestly. The only person who can change someone is that person. No matter how great you are, no matter how fantastic, no matter what, if that person is not ready to take on that same responsibility as you, it's not gonna work. And you're gonna set yourself up for a whole world of hurt, a whole world of frustration, a whole world of resentment, and wasting your time, honestly. And people like to say, oh, you know, it's not a waste of time, it was a learning lesson, which is true. Sometimes it is a learning lesson, but sometimes we're also setting ourselves up to waste our time. And I say that because we typically feel when there's a red flag, or we feel when something doesn't sit right with us, but we decide to go through with it anyway because, you know, we have these high hopes that things will go our way. And so we ignore those red flags and we end up in a situation that we don't want to be in, or that we didn't want to be in for a long period of time. So stop chasing what you don't want. That's what I mean. Or if you have a certain communication style, if you like to, I don't know, if you like to constantly check in, or if you want to speak to your significant other throughout the day, and you're with someone who never text you unless you text them, that's going to be a problem for you. Your communication styles, you have to learn each other's communication styles. If you're someone who loves to stay in the house and you meet someone who all they like to do is go out, it's a lifestyle issue. It's gonna cause a problem. And also, if religion, of course, in my case, that is a big factor. That's number one on the list. And say you're someone who is practicing and your values are strong, and you meet someone who they're just like, oh, it is what it is. I'm alive. I call myself a Muslim, but I'm not really practicing. That is going to spiral out of control later on when you have children. If you have children and you want to raise them one way and they want to raise them another way. So stop chasing what you don't want. And I always suggest going back over the things that you want, the characteristics that you want in a person. Knowing yourself, actually, let me rewind that. Knowing who you are first and foremost is like the key to finding what you want. If you don't know yourself, if you're confused, of course, the only thing you're going to end up with and end up in is absolute confusion. And if you're not strong in who you are and your characteristics and the things that you're going to accept in your life or not accept in your life, if you're not strong in that, you're going to end up in a world of hurt and toxicity and drama and just mental things that will lead you down a path of destruction in terms of your mental health. So you got to know who you are first and what you want. If you don't know those things, honestly, you should not even be looking. Don't even look for a relationship. I don't like to say should, but don't look for a relationship. Because what are you going to get into? You're getting into what? You don't know. I don't know, because you don't know what you want. You don't know who you are. So you don't even know what you're trying to get into. Over time, I found that, at least for myself, if it does not match with the things that I want, I don't want it, basically. I don't want it. I don't want to try to make it for me. And I dislike when, say, if someone is interested in me and they have a certain list or certain criteria that they want in a partner, and I don't match that. Don't try to force me or mold me into what you want me to be or what you want. Find somebody else out there. Find somebody out there who matches the things that you want in your life. Just because someone doesn't match what you want in your life doesn't mean they're a bad person or doesn't mean you're a bad person. It's just not a match. There's somebody out there who matches what you want in a partner. Anyway, so I've realized that if this person does not match with me and the things that I want in my life and what I'm willing to accept in my life, then they're not the person for me. And someone may be great, but not every great person is for you, honestly. Because there's a lot of good people out there, right? But not every good person is for you. Not every good guy is for you. Not every good woman is for you. So keep that in mind too. Just because they're good doesn't mean, oh my gosh, I'm missing out. I'm gonna miss out on the one good person in this world. No, there are a few good people in this world. You just have to be patient enough to find it. You have to be patient enough to wait for it. And at the same time, you also have to put in your effort. Trust in Allah and I need to put and somewhere in this video. And tie your camel. Meaning also give the effort. Genuinely give the effort. Don't be scared to put yourself out there. In a sense of when you see someone that you feel may be good for you, say hello. Hi. My name is what? My name is insert name here. How are you? Insert whatever here. Like, don't be afraid to say something. And if you are a bit shy, I don't think there's anything wrong with finding information out about the person and then building your confidence as you find information out about that person. But you have to be willing to try. You have to open yourself up. You have to be willing to be vulnerable, and you have to be willing to communicate in a healthy and effective manner. And at the same time, if someone doesn't feel the same way about you back, don't be afraid of rejection, quote unquote. Everybody at one point in their life gets rejected. It's part of life. Not everyone is gonna like you, and you're not gonna like everyone. You could have 1 million people who like you, there's gonna be one person who doesn't. And vice versa. It doesn't matter who you are. There's always gonna be someone who doesn't quite mesh well with you. So it's okay, you know? It builds character. People are like, what? Rejection builds character. Honestly, rejection is only feedback, basically. It's only feedback. And 9 times out of 10, rejection, it's not about you. Honestly, it's not about you. It's feedback about that person and who they are and what they want. And just because they don't feel the same way about you doesn't mean that it's you. It could just, we're human. We like what we like. We don't like what we don't like. You have things that or types of people that you just don't like, or you don't see yourself with in that kind of relationship with, and nothing's wrong with that. It doesn't have anything to do with that person. It's just your personal preference. We're all entitled to our own personal preferences, and also no one is responsible for our own happiness. This video is going all over the place. I'm talking about a whole bunch of stuff now. Anyway, yeah, we're all responsible for our own happiness. No one should hold that happiness, our happiness, for us. We have to hold that ourselves, and we have to take care of that ourselves. So anyway, rejection is part of it, and that is kind of fun, actually. Like, oh, you don't want me? Okay, moving on. Or she doesn't want me? All right, well, now at least I know. At least I tried, and at least I know they're not for me. We are not for each other, or at least at this moment in time. So anyway, back to the original topic and title of this video: stop chasing what you don't want. You know what you want in your life. If you meet someone and they're not meeting that, you gotta let it go. You gotta learn to let it go, because you could be truly missing out on someone who is great for you and who does match with what you would like in your life, or the type of relationship you want in your life and marriage you want in your life. But you're too busy hanging on to whoever that you're just so stuck on. I don't know, whoever that is, for whatever reason. Honestly, we don't want to continue to waste our time. You know when things rub you the wrong way, and when something just isn't adding up, and when confusion is starting to come into your life. You know what you want, but now you're not sure where things are going. You're confused. When you're not sure where things are going and you're confused, that shows you they're not going anywhere, honestly. It shows you that they're not going anywhere. And 9 times out of 10 is because somehow you got in a relationship and you saw there were red flags somewhere lingering when you were getting to know this person, and you decided to ignore them because you were hung up on potential. Potential is great, honestly. If someone has true intentions, that's another thing. That's a different form of potential. But when it's just in your head, like, oh, this person could be great if they did A, B, C, and D, and I think I can get them to do A, B, C, and D through these actions. That's a whole different thing when it's in your head versus this person has their own true internal motivations driving them, and true and pure intentions to do good and do right and take responsibility, and meet you where you're at. I know this video was all over the place, but I hope you gained something from it. If you want me to elaborate further, or if you want to pick something specific out of this video that you would like further explanation on, or further opinions, comments, concerns on, whatever the situation, please let me know. Leave them in the comment section. Provide me with any suggestions for further topics that you'd like to talk about. Let me know. Yeah, I'm just on here. I feel like I'm just rambling on and on and on now, but you know what? That's what it is. And you know why I made this video today? Mainly, I was like, let me make a video. I'm not exactly sure what I want to talk about, but let me make this video because I like my outfit. I got dressed. We're still in quarantine, but I'm like, I'm loving this color combination. It's cute. Say mashallah. I just like this color combination, this color blocking thing going on here, and my little flowers in the back. And I turned on the fireplace because today is kind of cold, burn my unsi, but you know, I'm like, let me get on this here YouTube on this video. Let me get on social media, okay? Let me get on social media. Okay, let me stop. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, engage. If you enjoyed it, share it. All right, let me know what you think. Thank you. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.